And here, the Jeep that I'm in, we're like the fourth one back, fifth one back in the Convoy. And I'm sitting back here doing exactly what he's doing, except I'm videotaping it, right? Look on the camera. I've got a half track ahead of me. I've got an M3 tank ahead of him, and I got a Sherman leading the convoy, okay? Snow, we just had that big snowstorm, so it was like 2 feet of snow. You're out on these tank trails of no buildings, no modern things. I'm like, this is exactly what it would have looked like.
Right.
You just had that wow moment, and I'm like, that moment was worth the entire trip. But the whole thing was just awesome. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go. Anything coming?
Nope, you're good.
All right. Hold on in the back seat.
I got it.
That was bad.
So what is the actual top speed of this?
Right about it. It says 60 on the dial, but I'd say you don't want to go above 50 or 55.
Well, keep in mind there were no highways.
Right.
The national speed limit was like 40.
35.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no, I'm good.
You know what the heat is in this thing?
Yeah.
It's actually not too bad right now.
It feels nice. Going back's gonna be a little colder though.
Now that was the bummer when we did do Vegas. When we're coming back in, they line up. You have to wait for everybody to line up. They always put the armor at the very front. But they have like a passing review when you get back.
Right.
So you actually stop like 3/4 of a mile from the camp, and you sit there and wait to make sure that everybody in the audience is there, set up, and ready to go. So I guess we got back a little earlier than what they thought we was happening, like 45 minutes. It was cold. It was cold, but there again, it felt like you were there, you know. Now, I give you a point too. Did you ever see the movie Saving Private Ryan?
Oh yeah.
You remember at the end of the movie when they were guarding the bridge and they tried to coax the Germans to come down that road between the buildings, and they got a tiger to come down between? That tank was there.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I think the guy lives in New Jersey.
I don't know where he's from. The guy that owned the well, there was, I'm sorry, I forgot there was one. There was also an M8 armored car that was there too. That was in the Convoy. The guy that owned the M8 and the Grant was from Florida, and he had them trucked up there.
I'd rather stay in Florida.
No, that was the first morning. We're all lining up, and it was cold, and it even started to snow. And then with all the snow on the ground, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I told Rob Riley, I said, if it wasn't cold like that for my very first time, it wouldn't have felt like the battle of the balls. You know what I mean? So.
Jamestown, but I went to Damascus, picked up a deuce and a half, and there was a deuce and a half and a weapons carrier, and we convoyed up to somewhere close to 50, and picked up a Jeep, and then we took the Jeep and had a big convoy up to the other side of the Bay Bridge, stopped for lunch, and picked up a couple more people, and finally made it here.
Oh, is that right? So you all came together then?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You actually convoyed all the way here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They trailered the Jeep. Of course, the deuce and a half drove, and the weapons carrier had a mechanical issue and didn't make it.
Oh, no. Where's it parked at?
Damascus. The actual weapons carrier itself was fine. The trailer that it was on, the brakes locked up on it.
They were trailering the deuce and a half, I mean the weapon carrier?
Yeah. The guy that owns it has a medical condition. It would make it hard for him to drive the whole way down.
Oh, gotcha.
So he said, I want a trailer, I'm not going to take it. I don't blame him.
No, I don't think so. You imagine riding like that all the way from Bay Bridge. She's got the look on.
Army's on maneuvers again.
It was funny. My wife was. We live about a half hour north of here. My wife was doing some physical therapy for an arm she had surgery on, and she was in a physical therapist's office, and she heard this guy talking to one of the PT ladies. Said, "Man, I don't know what they're doing, so man, but something's going down. Something's going down." And the lady's like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "All this political stuff, this terrorism going down." Said, "My son, he's in the military." Said, "There's something going down." Said, "I was at the state park the other day, man. They're putting concrete pads up and making guns and everything." He goes, "Man, something's going down." And he was serious. I told my wife, I said, "You did tell him what was going on, didn't you?" And she goes, "I tried, but I don't think he was listening to a woman." She goes, "Well, my husband's a chaplain down there, and they feel he's World War II reenacted and stuff."
Heard of the square peg and a round hole, right?
Yeah.
I think that's me this weekend.
Why's that?
Nobody knows who I am or where I came from. I just showed up.
Did you register?
I registered with the 261st.
Okay.
Because I'm in the Air Corps unit. So I met you down there in D.C.
Right. You were with Mike Corbin.
Yep. Well, Doc Hattier's in that group.
Right.
Doc's the one that invited me to come to this event.
Okay.
He said, "You need to come with me." I said, "All right, I'm in." So I registered 261st thinking that's who he's with.
He's with 1250. It's no big deal.
I didn't know that. So when
It doesn't matter.
I go down to the registration booth and Mike Rogers is like, "Well, you're good to go. I've got the registration, the background, everything's good. But I don't know who you are." Yep, I just kind of appeared.
Don't worry about that. That 1252nd and 261st really only pertains to when we get boots on the ground and we do things separately. So if you want to be part of the artillery guys, if you want to do the plotting room, if you want to do do the part that the 261st would do, then you would join the 261st. If you want to be in the motor pool or logistics or something like that, then you would be part of the 1262nd.
Gotcha.
So it really depends on what you want to do as to what group you fall into.
Gotcha.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as 1252nd and 261st, I'm on the staff. Mike Rogers and Scott Wallen, Doc Hattier, their cook Tim Phillips. 261st, but we're all part of HDD, which is Harbor Defense of the Delaware Naval History Association. We're all the same people.
Gotcha.
So it's just a patch on the arm is the only difference. So you're good.
But I wanted to, because he says, well, who are you with? And I was like, the 261st, not knowing the difference. He's like, well, I said, well, I know Doc. Doc's the one that told me to come in.
Then it clicked.
He's like, okay, you need to go over to see him over, the 12th second. I'm like, okay. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, but I'm a flag one.
Not here, you're not. You'll get to hear too much Apple, sir. Are you staying until Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll get to hear too much Apple because I'm actually preaching for them guys at Ready.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. I look forward to it.
Yep, I'll be up there with Mike and